So recently my aunt fell sick and her kids live out of state. So it was clear that she wasn't going to be able to come back home, and all the stress to selling her home would fall to my mom, coordinating all of that. So she called Sue because of her successful experience with Sue in the past, and Sue came in and she cleaned and she staged the place. She got everything ready on her own to take all that stress off the family. It's been wonderful. We haven't had to do any of the work ourselves, and so Sue went the extra mile to help us, and it's been a huge relief for the family.
I'd just like to say that she's one of the hardest working people I've ever met, and a really, really good person. And like I said, you know, she's a good friend. I consider her a friend.
One thing that I think makes me different is that I'm very enthusiastic. I love to be with people, love to be around people, love to help people in any way that I can. Some of the things I do that I really enjoy in the real estate transaction are helping people to stage their home and prepare their home for showing so that they can get the most money possible and have the process be as smooth as possible. And I really enjoy that, being out and working with people and helping people to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish in their life. And I often hear that I'm so hardworking, which is nice, but I like the facet of enthusiasm because I think it's catching, and I want to be a positive influence to other people, my clients, but just other people in general.
Susan's very personable, extremely easy to work with, and at the same time a go-getter. She's going to sell your house. And she's just great. I have no doubt that she's doing everything she can to take care of all the details and just to really make it work, and she's a hard worker.
When we first listed our house, before the sign went up, we wanted to tell all our neighbors, and we knocked on all their doors, and we had one neighbor in particular look right at us and say, "That's nice, and you guys are only doing it in 4 months. You do realize it's not going to sell, don't you?"
Right.
And they were dead serious. And Susan happened to come by right after that, and I mentioned that to her, that a neighbor flat out said, "We're not going to sell our house in 4 months." And she's like, "We'll see about that." And we sold it in 3. So I think she proved herself there.
What's really meaningful to me is that through my business medium, I'm able to make friends for life, really extended family. I look at my clients and their families as really part of my family. I'm from a small family, and I have a very large family with my real estate family that I'm able to watch them go through the family process of having children and them playing outside and needing a bigger house because another one's on the way. And those things are very fulfilling to me, and that's why I stay in real estate, because it gives me the avenue to reach out to people and be a big part of their lives, not just go to a job. Have fun, visit, and at the same time get the job done for people, so they're happy and they come back again and tell their friends and family about what I do. That's very important to me.
Sue's the one lady I never met in my life. She's very honest lady, working hard, help anybody out. That's I recommend all my friends want to buy or sell the house, go to her.
You know, I can tell that she personally cares for her clients by the way she handles herself in the closing and answers their questions. It's not about hurry up, get the closing done to get the commission check. It's to make sure that they understand what's going on and that she's doing what would be in their best interest.
She considers her clients friends, but more than that, she encourages them. When she's selling a home for them, she gives them the tools that they need to market that home well. And in that area too, she goes above and beyond what I see most business people doing today.
The reason that I work with a smaller company rather than a national franchise is I want to provide very personalized service to people. I want them to feel like they're not a number. I want them to come back again and again, refer their friends and family. I want them to be known by name, and many other reasons why I work for a smaller company. It's because I feel that I can provide much more personalized service than working with a larger company.
Susan would email me like every night or of all the new listings of houses that were for sale and what was in my price range, and I would look through it to see what I would like, and when I would let her know what I would like the next day or next couple of days, we would go and check out the houses and see if it was what I really liked.
I defer my daughter to see her to buy the house. Very nice house, very good deal, and very good neighborhood. That's my daughter very thankful for her help me about that, you know. So.
Yeah, she was good with everything, and I like that she texts because I don't like to talk on the phone, so we would text all the time and about any house, and I think she was on top of everything. Like, if I needed to get another house, like I would go to her right away, like no doubt I would not go to anyone else.
I think it's important to have a buyer's agent represent you in a real estate transaction because the process is long. There are many pitfalls that can come along throughout the process. And it's really nice to have somebody kind of standing alongside of you, advocating for you, and fighting for your rights, you know, helping you to negotiate a great price, while at the same time having as smooth a process as possible, saving money whenever possible through some of the networking that I do with different companies and vendors. I'm able to save people money, and also just to fight for whatever you need. What might be a negotiation for a repair or a negotiation for an inspection that we need done. Those are the things that I'll walk you through so that you don't ever have to feel like you don't know what you're doing, that you've got someone right alongside of you, helping you and educating you every step of the way.
Well, the photography is what stood out for me. The pictures of our house versus some of the other listings I've seen with other realtors where the angle, I don't even know what angle it was. It was just, we had a lot of compliments on the pictures of our houses because it's a wide angle lens. You could see the rooms really well and the tour and everything like that.
And there were a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, she had every room photographed.
From every angle.
And they were well taken. And I mean, we just relate it to our home search experience. You know, when you see a house that you potentially might be interested in, before you do anything else, we would get online, you know, and we'd look the listing up.
She's constantly upgrading the technology that she has. She amazes me. I go to her often for information on what she's doing, how she's using marketing tools, and she's always on the cutting edge of things.
It's necessary. I mean, in today's world, especially with all the social media, if you don't have the online and the technology, I think you're going to lose out. It's the only way, I feel, to really reach people these days. Even more so. But, you know, she still combines it with the old-fashioned way, you know, doing mailings and listing it in the paper and doing open houses. And so you reach everybody. There's nobody out there that isn't going to be reached when she has a listing.
Yeah, I was at work with a friend, and we were just, you know, looking at at places and stuff. And so I said, hey, you want to see the video of my house? And she said, sure. So we're looking at it on my computer. And she said, wow, this looks really, really nice. And I said, yeah, it makes me want to buy it.
One aspect of my business that I really enjoy, that really keeps me going and keeps me out there getting educated and on the forefront, is technology. I so love to be on the cutting edge. I call it the bleeding edge of technology and the latest advances in real estate and selling houses. And just recently was at a convention. Again, I go to 2 or 3 a year, and really plugged into the social networking aspect of the business that is now just becoming prevalent, not so much in our area, but in other areas. And I hope to be able to reach people through social networking as well as what I'm currently doing, which is through the internet. The internet has become the way to sell houses now. Very few people just stumble across a house anymore and want to come see it. They've been on the internet for months and months and months, looking up houses on many, many different websites. And so I realized this. I realized that well over a year ago that the pictures on the internet were going to be the key. And about 5 years ago, I bought a very good camera, took some classes, and was at a convention where they showed us how to do some video marketing and these types of things to really make a house stand out. So I am hooked up with probably over 100 websites right now where your property immediately gets put onto those websites, and usually within a week we have a lot of activity on the properties just strictly from people seeing it on the web. I can't even remember the last time that somebody has said they just stumbled across a sign and called on the house. It has almost always been through technology that the homes are selling today. And we get only one shot to get a showing on a house. If somebody's looking through the internet, they look at 15 photos, they're gonna hit delete, 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 and I want mine to be the one that they save and go drive by. So that's very exciting to me. It's something I work on continuously and will continue to be at the forefront of technology.
Susan is genuinely interested in helping you, making you happy. She understands the importance of your home and what that means, both from the selling side of things to the buying. She truly listens to what you need and what you want, and she has the ability to act quickly and yet cover all the bases. You know, her hard work and her efficiency and working fast doesn't get in the way of her missing any detail.
If we have a situation where a seller is having to sell their home because they can't afford it anymore, circumstances have changed, Susan tries to make the best of the situation, given that it's not a very happy time. We've had quite a few closings together, and to see the people when they're leaving to be as happy as they can be in the situation is a testimonial in itself that she has done her job more above and beyond it being a job.
She's wonderful. It's wonderful to work with. You have peace when you work with her.